So before I got into this program, I was kind of a little bit of a hard-headed kid. I was in trouble, and I was actually on probation for about 2 years. My probation officer referred this place to me actually, and was something in my interest because they knew what route I was going to. It was just getting my life together. I know I had gotten probation like during the beginning of the year, so I was introduced to you like towards the school year that was upcoming. I just got it done really fast, like really fast. They said it was gonna take me like almost a year because that's all I had left. Only got it done in a few months, so it kind of blew pretty quickly, and then I didn't need to go to school, and that's why I was like always here and stuff because I was done early. So I graduated, I guess, earlier than I thought. I went in there thinking about a year. I only got done in like 3-4 months. I was like, wow, just crunched all that into one. But I went back to back. I was just back to back getting it done. And that's when I started on the culinary program.
Trevon enrolled with the program November 2023. And since enrolling in the program, Trevon has created goals with us. And one of those goals was to get an industry recognized certificate. So he did get a ServSafe through our program. He also participated in workshops. So one of those was college building capacity. So he actually learned more about what Pima Community College has to offer, but he took part in a workshop to learn more about all the different funding opportunities. He also partook in a workshop with the youth centers where it was geared towards financial literacy. So now he has a better idea of how to budget and manage his money. But one of his biggest accomplishments that we were able to do is get him connected to Gap Ministries for their culinary training program.
Of course, they did these hard skill taking classes in the culinary program, like 2 weeks of it before the actual class started, and kind of just like helping me understand other people, like how helping me put myself in another person's shoes and actually fully understand. And it was just kind of like on a personal note for me to intake. Like they were saying like in general statement, but for me, I took that part really in because I'm a type of person that would have jumped to conclusions, but sometimes I got to take a step back. I'm like, all right, hold up. Let me fully diagnose this and properly respond to it without creating an atmosphere. That was one. Creating an atmosphere in the room. You know what I mean? Like, it's like someone who's mad, they come into a room, everybody else is going to be all uneasy. Someone that comes in happy, everybody's going to start feeling more comfortable. So it was like having to be able to dictate that, especially in the kitchen life, is really hard. So definitely was something that I was like needing to put. Like an example, I want to be like an ice cube on a grill, not melting, to stay chill, no matter how hot it can get. I just want to stay chill, mellow, and I got to that point with the hard skills taking classes. But that was like one of the main factors of it. It was creating the atmosphere of where you are at.
He's an amazing person. There's very few people like him. There are people who are born to be leaders, and he's definitely one of them. He's intelligent, he's smart, he's intuitive. He was one of the best students in our class. He's an amazing person to know. And so I see all these little steps of growth. When I look at him today, I see a very focused gentleman. I see clear eyes, clear face, strong-willed. He's an amazing person.
So that was a 10 to 12 week program that he completed their soft skills for the first 2 weeks. And then the remaining time was spent towards learning culinary skills. So he already had a bit of a culinary background working in restaurants, but that training not only just enhanced his skills, but he did a phenomenal job. I think the moment that really spoke to his growth was just when I showed up for his graduation at Gap Culinary. I don't think he expected me to be there, but I think he was very surprised but excited that I was there. And it was just a very special moment to see him graduate from that program, because all of the work that we had done from when I first had discussions with him, created his goals, getting his serve save, getting him into this opportunity with Gap, really cultivated to that one moment where he graduated. It was like, hey, all your hard work and you consistently showing up to Goodwill and showing up for the program paid off with you graduating. And now it just opens the doors for just like so many opportunities of what he was wanting to do. And just being able to take that picture with him at graduation, like, I think really solidified the moment of just like, hey, like, you did something very special and your hard work paid off.
Yeah, I was kind of juggling quite a few things. I'm also a dad, so I have a 3-year-old at home. So I was also taking care of him as well. And then I love my animals, so I have like a lot of dogs and reptiles, and so I was just kind of like juggling kind of like my home life, my career, and then part of career and just like helping me out mentally and stuff. That's where the culinary came in. I was able to like help understand myself during the process, and it was stressful at first, juggling culinary with my work, but I managed it. Definitely not built for a lot of people, but I like to multitask in my life, so it's kind of like just juggling a few things. Improved it by a lot because my whole career, like actually finishalized. Like now, whenever I go to anywhere, they look at my resume and they're like, "We want to hire you." They're not just like, "Oh, this is like 1 out of a million." No, this guy actually has a lot of stuff. Why is he applying here? That's the questions I get. Why, like, he has a good resume and he has his credentials, so it's like, this is perfect. It helps me a lot in the long run with any kind of work I want to get into. My next step would be honestly leaving Tucson, Arizona. Hopefully going to the outskirts of Arizona or wherever I go. I told myself if I leave Saddlebrooke, I gotta open my food truck. That gives me the signs up to, and that's the signs looking like. After I get my son into school, talk to my friend about this food truck, and from there get my food truck up and running, get all my credentials.
When he started the program, he was on probation, but because of all the work that he did, consistently showing up and having that good report, he is no longer on probation. So again, very proud of him, and I am very excited to see what the future has in store for him.
In the beginning, it kind of was just a little bit new to me, so I wasn't too comfortable, talking about my life or just talking about anything in general. But when they started giving me, the keys to the books, that's when I started paying attention to what exactly you guys were doing. So whenever I'd go out, I would tell people about, do you guys even know what Goodwill really is? Like, oh no, it's just a cheap store. That I'm like, well, it's actually more than that, actually. So it was able to fill me with more knowledge about, what you guys do here over the beginning course. And I'd say during the middle course is when I got more of the interest, and I just wanted to juggle a lot of things. And that's when I started doing the culinary, which took a lot of my time, but it was time definitely well spent.